Hello, Internet. Hello, Sam, and welcome back to a sexy episode of After Campfire. You guys are in bed with me right now, apparently. Yeah, that was the thing I just said. I'm embarrassed, and so should you be for experiencing that yourself. It's very late. I just got back home from playing some Super Smash Brothers and watching Game of Thrones with a friend. It's really weird to think that Game of Thrones is almost over. Like there are two episodes left. Um, this has been like just a weird era of a lot of like things coming to an end or like kind of an end. Like Avengers Endgame came out last weekend, and Sam, I know you haven't watched it yet, and you need to watch it. It's amazing, and it's the end of everything that the last 22 years of the MCU has been building up to, and that's super weird to think about. Game of Thrones, it's about to be over, and that's another thing that's really weird to think about, even though personally I think this show has been on the decline for seasons since ever since the writers of this TV show got past the books. They were not very good at coming up with like enough material. And that's like when the episode counts went down and everything felt jumpy and rushed. And like some things just weren't as climactic as they should have been and stuff. And it's like, I'm ready for it to be over. But not in an Avengers like, yes, this is great. In a, all right, Game of Thrones, I still like you enough to go and have you finish, but I'm done. Though, if they do spin off shows, honestly, that sounds like a great idea because then they don't have to like worry about like still kind of sort of following the story. They could just do what they want. And the episode today was great, and it's doing all the things I want them to do. So, woo! Won't do spoilers here. Same thing with Game of Thrones. I mean, it's Avengers Endgame. Also, Magic the Gathering. They just did their like Avengers set, like their like Endgame. Like Nico Bolas is like the big bad of Magic the Gathering, or one of them, and the Gatewatch is there, like Avengers, and like they have the Gatewatch and like tons of planeswalkers, like all their superheroes essentially all show up to fight Eagle Bolas in like the most recent set, and that like set and story just happened, and that was cool. Attack on Titan season 3 part 2 is starting now, which is like the end of part 1 of Attack on Titan, so that's cool. One Punch Man season 2 is here, which is a little weird because it's not like they don't have the same animation studio as the previous time around, which is a bummer, which means the animation quality isn't as good, but still One Punch Man, so it's funny. But I also read the manga, so I'm just reliving it instead of seeing it for the first time, so it makes it less fun to watch because it's not new. Blah, all the things. Um, yeah, that's kind of Henry's Diary of How to Adult. Henry's real Diary of How to Adult is this week sucked. I had a stressful freaking week. And it's only stressful because I'm making it stressful. And that's the worst kind of stress because it shouldn't exist because I'm just not doing the right things. And that's making me more exhausted and stressed out, which makes me more exhausted and stressed out because I know I should be doing it better and I'm not. But because I'm so exhausted and stressed out, I just want to like play games and stuff. Speaking of which, Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I am like 30 something hours into the game. I'm mostly done with it. The story, I'm not going to do all the extra stuff. Weird game. Combat's fun. But it can be but it's fun but really long. Like each individual fight is really long, so most of the time I'm just trying to run from checkpoint to checkpoint without actually fighting anything except for the bosses. And it's working out pretty well. The story's really weird. Super weeby. Not a huge fan. Some of the characters are pretty funny though. Yeah. So I guess that's Henry's Diary of How to Adult. Stressful week. But it was over now-ish. And it's late. It's like past midnight or something, which is why I'm recording it in here, even though I'm still gonna have to get up and turn off my lights, which is a huge bummer. I should really get those clapper ones. So yeah. I should go into Henry's Diary of How to Adult and stuff. Just really quick about Sam's answer to my question, or his question that I answered. Um, he was talking about how like he could watch like Fooly Cooly over and over and like he thought it was weird that like he didn't think it was weird. He just didn't think Full Metal Alchemist was a show worthy of that because it's like not like relaxing enough. Like it's not like a show you can relax and chill and watch. Is Fooly Cooley that to you? Fooly Cooley's a crazy high energy show. Like I feel like that's not a show I can like just casually watch. But I don't casually watch like anything. Like whenever anyone's like telling me about how they're like, oh yeah, I'm just watching this show while doing this and doing that and doing this, like four different things at the same time. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Is it a show you've seen before? And then they'll tell me no. And then I'm just like, then you're not watching the show and I don't even understand and I don't understand how you watch TV. I don't want to watch. I don't watch a lot of TV, but when I do, I like watch it 100%. I'm focused on it. But anyways, also Hey Arnold, not my kind of show. I've never liked it as a kid. I think that's mostly just because I hate the art style, and especially Hey Arnold, like Arnold's football head, is disturbing. That's freaking weird. Somehow Family Guy and Stewie pulls it off, but Hey Arnold, no. Anyways, my question for Sam, which I realized was way harder and weirder than I realized, was like, what is a toy that you have like that you liked as a kid that you wish there was an adult version? And I gave him shit about choosing Legos because like Legos for adults are just more Legos. Like they make Legos for adults. Like there's like hundreds of dollars Star Wars sets and things like that. Like those aren't really aimed for kids. Those are aimed for adults, but like it's still just Legos. And then when I tried to figure out an answer to that question, I realized I don't have a good answer because almost all the like toys I played with as a kid were like Legos, Connects, just or like these magnet things. Like they're just random things that you build things with, which are not very age centric at all. So like the only other things I did like as a kid as far as like playing with toys was mostly is like building stuff or like video games or like something that's not a toy like playing around on a trampoline or on swings or something. So I don't have an answer. I'm the worst. I just want more Connects and Legos like Sam. More Connects and Legos because I get bored by Legos kind of fast because like to me Legos are just a build your own like art project-y kind of thing. They don't like move or they don't really move unless you get like Lego Mindstorms and stuff, and that's like not even a toy anymore, which is something I had as a kid and I really liked. But by kid I mean like 14 or 15, like in high school or middle school. Anyways, I like Connects more because like you can make a lot more dynamic structures. Like I had a roller coaster kit for it, which was really cool. I made a bunch of ridiculous weapons like that could hurt you real bad, including me accidentally rocket punching a friend. Like I made like a bracer, what's it called? I don't remember. A wrist guard thing that I accidentally punched off at my friend. So I like shot a fist at him essentially. So I rocket punched him and he was in pain and it was on accident and I feel really bad, but it was funny. So yeah, I don't have a good answer except your answer of a Bop It that's like super advanced and for adults sounds amazing. So hell yes, give me that. Your question to me was super weird because you said, Sam, like, what is a new thing that you should try that's like a spring activity this spring? Sam, you graduate soon. You're almost certainly going to camp early. You're not going to have time to do anything. But okay, that's the question. One thing I've always really wanted to try as like a cool spring activity, even though it's more of a summer activity, but what is spring other than like baby summer, would be river kayaking. Like I've seen videos of it and it seems super intense and crazy, even though those are like the super amazing best people that are like kayaking down waterfalls and stuff. But like I know the low level versions of that exist, and that sounds super 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 fun. And I've always wanted to try it. And Sam, you're a guppy and you love the water, so you should try that. You should try river kayaking. And if not, just do river rafting because river rafting is always really fun too. So, anyways, I guess it's my time to wrap it up, and I should ask a question. So, with Game of Thrones, and sort of Attack on Titan, and Magic the Gathering, and the MCU coming to conclusions of some sorts and another. It's like really weird to look back and look at all these ends and finales and looking at the qualities of their things and the quality of their end and how well it like wrapped everything up. So Sam, what is a favorite finale of yours of a book series, a TV series, a movie series, a individual movie, something with your friends that you just feel like was perfect? Like what's maybe even Burning of the L. Like what do you think is a great finale or a few great finales if you want to talk about multiple answers? Enjoy the spring, I guess. See ya.